What's going on, everybody? It is Triple Crown 24 back today, and it's actually my 1 year anniversary of doing YouTube videos full time. And it's kind of like a dog years thing where it feels like I've been on here for like 7 years, but actually it's only been 1 year, which, this it's flown by for sure, but at the same time, it seems like it's been a lot longer than that. And today's video is to show my appreciation for all the support over the past year and kind of go through my experience on YouTube, as well as talk about a couple of things that have been on my mind lately, like the direction of the channel going into year two for me, what's important to me these days, and also one topic about a face reveal. And I'm planning on doing that at the end of the video. I just have to work up the courage to do that and record that. So I'm hoping that at the end of this video, if you stay to the end, that will happen for you. But I do want to say before I tell the story of my first year on YouTube that kind of going forward and talking about the face reveal as well, that I am probably going to change up the content a little bit, where I'm going to keep doing the PSA videos, the reveals and my pickups with, Miguel Cabrera for that registry, and working towards my Tigers team set, still at the top of the priorities list. Various other Tigers pickups that I go out and get, or, any random things that I want to get. Some new projects I'm working on as well, the Fleer Ultra set, the 2018 top set. All things I'm working on and I plan on doing videos for. The TTM videos are probably gonna be very few and far in between if they happen at all. I don't really know what my plan is, but it's not going to be a weekly thing anymore. That's the one guarantee I can make with it. I just haven't had as much fun making them lately. There's a lot of work that goes into making them, and also just making sure I send out enough requests to have TTMs to show off. And I'm kind of at the point now where I don't want to feel that pressure anymore to keep doing that. And I started off my channel a year ago trying to just do it as a place to open up boxes and show off TTMs, and interest and taste change over time, and I've been exposed to a lot of different areas of the hobby that I wasn't into a year ago. And I only have so much funds and so much time that I can only do so many things in the hobby, and there's just some areas right now that are a little bit more important to me. So I'll still be sending off TTMs. I do post them on my Twitter account, so if you have a Twitter, feel free to go check them out there. But in terms of posting them on YouTube, I don't know if I'm going to be doing that as much anymore, just because there's different things that I want to do. And I'm sorry if anyone's disappointed by that. I've felt this pressure for a long time to just keep doing the TTMs, because I'm guessing a lot of people subscribe to the channel from those videos, but at the end of the day, I want to kind of change it up a little bit and move towards some things that I've really been enjoying making, rather than the videos that I just haven't enjoyed as much. So if you have to unsubscribe for that reason, no hard feelings. If I lost half my subs today, then that wouldn't be it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It would definitely suck. I hope not. I hope that you would stay for me. But if you're just here for the TTMs, and I totally understand it, no hard feelings at all. But yeah, that's just interest change, and I want to go have some fun with some different things and try some new things out at the same time with this channel. So also, on a note of something that I wanted to talk about for a while, is my face reveal. And this is something that I'm just going to get this off my chest, and this, maybe one person out there might feel like they can relate to this. If not, then at least this is how I feel. But as ridiculous as it may sound, I've been very afraid to show my face on camera for multiple reasons. The first one is that I try to work in sports, and I do work in sports actively. So sometimes I like to say things about certain sports figures or players that, if someone watched this video who has like authority over me, that could come back to bite me at a later time. So I'm very careful of what I say. I don't do Facebook for that very reason. I just, social media comes back to bite people sometimes. So I'm very cautious about, how I present myself over the internet, and make sure that it's, professional, but I can have some fun too. If you guys saw my Pepino Man response, you can see I can, I'm not so robotic at times, but that's kind of one of the reasons. The second one is I'm fairly young. Whenever I go to like shows or anything, some of the older dealers kind of treat me like a kid, And it's because I'm in my early 20s and I look like I'm, 15 years old. So people treat me a little bit differently, I guess. But I know stuff about cards. Like if you listen to me talk, I can probably tell you a thing or two that I've learned, and I'm always learning. As Eric, those back pages say, phenomenal channel there. Go check him out. Always learning. And I know like a lot about vintage now because I've watched a lot of your guys' videos, and you guys have taught me things that inspired me to go learn more on my own when I get off of YouTube. So, and the third one is that I have this fear of people in my personal life, seeing these videos and facing some kind of ridicule or some kind of stigmatization because of these videos. And there's nothing wrong with card collecting, and I don't think that either. And I don't think anyone would. I wouldn't be. I don't know how to really put it, but being from the age gap that I am, it's kind of an age gap we don't see too much on YouTube, and I'm kind of an oddball for what I do. Don't get me wrong. I'm like any other person in their early 20s, and I go out and party. I turn up every now and then, but I'm kind of also a homebody, and this is something that I really enjoy doing, and I grew up collecting as well, and it's something that means a lot to me. It brings back some good memories, and memories that I'm still making today. So I've kind of come to the realization now that you could probably figure out that it's me if you know me based on, my name is out there on this channel. I'm talking with this voice, and I'm pretty sure only one person in the world has this voice, and that would be me. I'm also a Tigers fan too, so that if that doesn't give it away like all that, then I guess my face would. But I'm not sure if I feel 100% comfortable showing my face off, but I'm planning on doing it at the end of today's video. I don't know if I'm going to do it too often, but that's been my hesitation for not doing it for such a long time. But I figure I'm just going to take the big step today and do it for the first time, and then, see how it goes from there. And I'm going to challenge myself to do that. So those are the things I really wanted to address to kick things off. So if you're still here, it's time for some shout-outs, 7.5 minutes in. Just to kind of tell my story of my first year on YouTube and reflect on it. I thought this would be cool and give a lot of shout outs. I have a big piece of paper here with a lot of channels on here, and no offense if I don't get to your channel today. There are so many channels I could have mentioned, but it would be a 45-minute video if I did that. So I'm going to try to keep this under 20 minutes, maybe even under 15, but I got to get started if that's going to happen. So before I started making videos, I was going to do it TTM wise, and things are about to change with that, but there was mostly, the TTM guys were the ones that I watched like the most religiously. I didn't have a YouTube account, so I wasn't subscribed to any of them, but I would just search their names up at the top, and I finally made an account and started subscribing to them. But those guys would be the Autograph Network, Caleb's Cards, TTM Autograph, Troy, Card Cutter, and Mike O were the big five. And Mike O's not really a TTM guy, but he's done quite a few TTM videos. He's got over 400 of them, so I figure I'd go ahead and bunch him in there. But those were the guys I first started watching for those reasons. And I watched a few different guys on YouTube as well who didn't do that, who were more so player collectors. Tops 85401, Nate, he was one of those as well. And those guys were the ones who really inspired me to go out there and start making videos. So, the TTM guys inspired me to make my own TTM videos. And in the early goings, I was always excited whenever I got a new view. I was always, ecstatic when I got a like, and like super thrilled whenever I got a comment. And I still have that excitement whenever I get a new comment today. So it's still fresh and still new for me. And I'm glad I still have that feeling a year later. Some of the people who subscribed to me within the first couple of months that I want to really point out because they've been with me, throughout it all. The first one I have to mention is Tommy Golf 85, who, when I made videos several years ago, I'm talking like 2014, 2015, don't go look for them, they're all deleted now. He was like the OG supporter of my channel. He's the one who first inspired me to even make a YouTube video. And, I've known Tommy since like 2014. He's a phenomenal guy. He's an absolute legend in this community. If you're not familiar with Tommy Golf, you should be. So he was a big reason for getting me into this. Then some of the other guys, I've already mentioned Mike O and Nate, Tops 85401, but Ray from Philly and Chase and Inc., who have commented on my channel quite a lot, and they've been there really since the beginning. I was under 50 subscribers when they came in and subbed to me, and they've been very supportive. So those guys, I owe a lot of credit to for sticking with me throughout this. So thank you to some of the OGs there. From there, I listened to those guys, and I had that good core. And then I started to branch out, and I saw some of the bigger names in the community, and so, some guys who were also emerging. So the people who I found next, who then also have supported me, baseball collector Mike, who I've talked to several times through email now, and he's taught me a lot about vintage. Watching his channel, I really enjoy his videos. So he was someone who I kind of connected with right away. Ed Westergriff, another guy. He's Ed's super chill guy. He has a lot of different PCs, which I like the variety on his channel. I kind of found him through Mike, and Ed's just an incredible dude. I've always had a positive interaction with him, and he is very active in the community, as is Mike Baseball Collector. But Pino, man, what an absolute legend. He has some of the funniest content on YouTube. He has the funniest content on YouTube, but I think Stoff Sports has given him a run for his money. I've seen a few Stoff Sports videos, and that guy's pretty good. So shout out to him as well. Up North Collectors, I like seeing the new products that come out, and I can't afford to bust all of them myself, so I really enjoyed watching them. And then Passion for Cards, who's just a phenomenal supporter of my channel, and always like watching his videos. I feel like we have a couple of inside jokes about his extremely good fortune with the Topps Now cards that he gets, because he gets some pretty insane autographs from them. So those were the guys who I kind of found, when I got to 50 subs, and then when I eclipsed 100, like those were the guys who were starting to find. From there, I got involved with more contests. I wanted to get my name out there in the community more and meet more people. And one of the things I thought to do was to get involved with some contests and run my own, just to try to meet some new people, and then also give back and show my appreciation. So some of the great channels that I found through that, I'm just going to go through them. There's a lot of them here. Psyched on Baseball Cards, Tony, really awesome guy, very friendly, very approachable on YouTube. Blue Ink, he's a player collector of Chris Bryant, and I tend to gravitate towards player collectors. They're very I have a lot in common with them as a Miggy player collector. The Beholder, who won my 250 sub contest, phenomenal channel. He reached out to me when I made a video about stepping away with a really sincere email, and it was really touching. So did Chase and Ink. Those two guys, reached out to me separately via email. And anyone who commented on that video about that hiatus, you're a real one in my book. I really appreciated that. That was a really tough day, and I thank you a lot for that. That meant the world to me. Moving on, Jeff Airtime Cards. I've seen his channel grow tremendously. He's super friendly guy, like one of the friendliest guys on YouTube. I love watching his videos. He's supported me for quite some time as well. He's a big golf fan. There's not too many golf fans on YouTube, so I like seeing his golf stuff. Hoff Collector Bill, another guy who I clicked with right away. I did a contest response for him, and Bill wrote me this paragraph back, asking me questions about my hobbies. That was just one of the coolest interactions that I've had to date on YouTube, and I won his 250 subscriber, or no, not 250. It was either his 1 year or 200 sub. I can't remember. I think it was 200 sub contests, and was able to connect with him on different things. I love watching all of his videos. So Bill is a real one in my book. BD Kane 721 Saul, the Topps Chrome Master Collector. Phenomenal guy who I met through the 250 sub contest that I ran, and I just participated in his 600 sub contest. A guy who isn't talked about nearly enough, because I see him commenting on a lot of different videos, and he's a very friendly guy. So go check out BD Kane 721 and check out all these channels. I'm not going to be able to link all of them down below, but pause this video or click off this video and go check out some of these guys if you're not familiar with them. Joey Brings It. I didn't get into his contest. I kind of ran out of time, but I did find him through everybody else doing their contest, and I love Joey's channel. And then Dave, Blue Jacket 66. I love Dave's channel. When Dave's videos come on, I make sure that I have nothing else going on, and I sit down and I watch his video. He's got it going on. He's got some phenomenal things that he picks up. I love his presentation style. I love all the Easter eggs and cameos he has in his videos. You can tell he puts a lot of time into it, and I greatly appreciate that detail. Along the way, I've met some fellow Tigers fans, and these are just ones I just want to make mention of because, the Tigers fans deserve a separate category. We've gone through a few tough years now, and these people deserve some appreciation. So Jim Bay one, who's a very prolific member of the community, needs no introduction. Great guy. A League of Their Own, Caitlin, who I've connected with, with watching her videos, and she's watched mine because kind of stepped away recently, and I wish her all the best. But she is a great Tigers fan who has a really cool Tigers collection, and then modern vintage collector who I've recently encountered. Fellow Tigers fan, love his channel. He's got some pretty good content, some content that's very different from places, other places on YouTube. He's got some stuff you won't find anywhere else. So just to kind of, get more involved in the community after that, I was still looking for ways to connect with people and kind of, make more of a name for myself in terms of, people had subscribed to my channel. I had like over 200 subs at this point, but I felt like I wasn't really connecting well with people. I was kind of like, I made my videos and then we kind of went about our ways, and I wanted to, show that I'm not just some robot who gets TTMs in the mail. I just wanted to, do more than that. So I started going into more live streams and participating more, not being so shy. One of the guys, when I say live stream, that is going to be synonymous with that word, I guess that's one word, is Zombie Collector Jason, who I've really connected with lately. Great guy. I kind of talked to him a little bit about making this video before I made it, and he supported my channel. He's been going back through and he's watched my videos since the beginning, and it's really cool that he would take the time to do that. I'm very appreciative of him doing that. And through his live streams, I met some really awesome people too. Victor Negron Cards, who I haven't really commented on his channel much, but I've been watching his videos, and he's a really great guy. Bowman53, Alex, love his channel. MP Fox, I love the dynamic that those guys have. Bob Lewis, do I need to say more about that guy? Bob Lewis, guys, go check him out. Absolute legend. And then Jonathan, Cuban Collector as well. Just phenomenal people, really fun to hang out with. Also, a guy who I would consider him a friend. I don't know if he considers me a friend, but he's a really cool guy. Some newer guys I've met, those back pages, Eric, I met him through that as well, but he kind of moves into the next category of some guys who I've connected with more recently. I've been to subscribe to them or interacted with them for a while, but we've kind of gotten, a little bit more interaction as of late. Eric's one of them. Filmington, great channel as well. Very generous guy. He gave away a free flight to the National for a contest. That's just unbelievably generous. And he, I like his presentation style. He's very knowledgeable. I could say that about a lot of people, but his knowledge about some of the modern cards, with how much those fluctuate in value right now, he's the go-to guy for a lot of that kind of stuff. And even on vintage too, he's got a good base on that. He's very well rounded in his collecting and his expertise in the hobby. Oakland A's 915, Eric, another one who I want to make mention of, who we've texted quite a bit, and he's a super friendly guy. He's a fellow player collector of Mark McGwire, so like I can text him about a player collecting issue or like something that's relatable, and like he gets it. I'm sure any of the player collectors out there would understand certain things, but he's got an awesome McGwire collection, and he's become one of my favorite channels on YouTube. And then last but not least, Scott Spalding, who I've connected with a little bit more recently, and I've been starting to watch his videos and going back to watch some of the old ones. He's just a super friendly guy, and he's super active in the community as well, and he's a very avid supporter of my channel. I know several others as well, and he never really asks for anyone to go check out his channel or anything, and he's got some really good content. And I'm going to really encourage you to go check him out. I'm going to encourage you to check out anyone who I mentioned here. And then, if you stayed this long in the video, I feel like I owe you something because you listened to me talk for about 20 minutes here. If you have a YouTube channel that's card related, post the link down below. And if it goes to my spam folder, I'll approve it, don't worry. And if I accidentally delete it, then repost it and I'll get it back up there. I'm so sorry about that. But post it down below. Let me know what your channel's about, and let the people who may be watching this know what your channel's about. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for that. So thank you so much for watching. thank you for 1 year. That's kind of the story of, how my first year has gone. I'm expecting even bigger things in year 2. I'm looking forward to what I have in store moving forward. So thank you so much. And I promised you something at the beginning of the video. I think I'm going to do it right now. So hang tight 1 sec. Here it is, the epic, not so epic face reveal. And this was something that I had wanted to do for a long time, and today I finally have the courage to do it. And I'm really hoping I follow through, and that this is something that you guys will see, that I upload this with the video, and we'll see where it goes from there. I've always been kind of wishy-washy about, to doing this and going on camera, but actually wearing a White Sox shirt today too. I'm not even sporting my team colors. What's wrong with me? And hopefully this doesn't scare you off. This might actually lose more subscribers doing the face reveal than saying I don't want to do as many TTM videos. That might deter some people from watching the channel. But thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you watched this part. This was something that was not easy for me to do. I don't want to make it sound like I just climbed a mountain or anything, but it was something that I really struggled internally with for a long time, and here I am now. So thank you again. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.